opening statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And let me thank all of the leadership who have gotten us to this point to address our critical infrastructure needs. I look forward to working with you and our colleagues on this conference committee to complete work on a long-term bill that will provide much-needed certainty for states, local governments, and transit agencies. Since 2009, Congress has passed 35 short-term extensions reauthorizing surface transportation programs. This has not only undermined our ability to make long-term decisions about the future of our nation's transportation infrastructure, but has also driven up the cost of projects while delaying and halting our construction entirely. In a time when transportation system is challenged by aging infrastructure, declining revenues, and increased usage, making long-term investments in our transportation infrastructure is absolutely vital. One way we can achieve this is by providing access to reliable and robust financing tools. In recognition of this fact, one of my key priorities is to ensure that the TIFIA program has adequate funding to finance projects of regional and national significance. Unfortunately, the measure before us today significantly reduces the TIFIA program, and I urge my colleagues to consider only the highest possible funding for this program so that we can ensure that financial support is readily available for applicants. As a ranking member of Science, Space, and Technology Committee in the House, I recognize that long-term viability of our transportation system also largely rests on quality research. Any legislation agreed to today should be absent of any provisions that inhibit the flow of funding toward new research or obstruct the Department of Transportation's ability to promote new innovations. And finally, safety along our highways and freight corridors should be of the utmost importance as we move forward. A comprehensive transportation network must include safety of the traveling public and ensure that federal and state authorities remain intact to make important safety considerations. It is my hope that we can continue to work in a bipartisan, bicameral manner on a bill that will provide our states, local governments, and transit agencies with the certainty they need to plan long-term projects. This bill is far too important to the American people and to our economy for us not to come together and enact a long-term bill that adequately invests in our transportation infrastructure and, in turn, in our future. I thank you and yield back.
I thank Ms. Johnson for her statement, and now go to Mr.